headlines. Then we had altercations between ourselves and them. They realized that perhaps we were taking time, and one guy from their car who was carrying a rifle went out of their car and came into our car and instructed my driver to drive. We drove away from the gate for about 10 meters, and that is where my driver was instructed to get out of the car and go into their car, and one of their guys came into my car and we drove off. They claimed that we were going to my house where the other police officers are busy raiding my house. Instead, we did not go to my house, but we drove off to the bush where they stopped both the cars, and I was then dragged out of my car into their car, and then we drove off again to where they have stopped my car, where they dropped off my car. And that guy who was driving my car came into their car. They put police balaclava on us, and we were then instructed to lie on their lap, and we went off. We went off to the first house where we stayed in the car the whole day, and the PIN codes of my cards were demanded and the iCloud passwords. I gave them all, and they also wanted the balances of my accounts. They insisted that the balances were little and they were not happy, so I should give them the contact numbers of the person that can give them more money. I gave them my husband's number. At around 6 p.m. on the same day, we changed to a different car and we drove off to the new destination where we were kept until we were released on Wednesday, the 26th of October 2022. We were dropped off at around 9 p.m. We were dropped off at Deep Slot where we were assisted by securities around the area, and my driver went to N14, cried for help, and one taxi driver went and looked for police, and the police were patrolling on the N14. The police came, assisted us, and took us to the Deep Slot police station. These were indeed the horrible days of my life, which I would never wish them to my worst enemy, because we did not know what was going on in their minds of our capturers. Although they were not violent towards us, being under their will and against ours was the frightening moment of it all. As government officials, and in particular as municipal managers or accounting officers, such criminal activities are always linked to our positions. However, I would like to distance myself from media statements alleging that our kidnapping was motivated by pure criminality or supply chain processes or low-scope tender that we have recently awarded, or any other municipal tenders that we are consistently issuing out. I am saying this because the real reason for my kidnapping has not been really revealed, since investigations are still ongoing. The leader of the syndicate did indicate to me that I have enemies, hence I was kidnapped. So we will not be deterred by those that want to plunge our communities into violent side. Hence, we took a stand today to come here and brief the media about the rate of criminal activities in our country at large. We as women in particular are vulnerable to such crimes. Majority of us are not as lucky as we were with Gugu. And we thank South Africans that they have prayed for us. Hence, we were released and we are now united with our families. I'm taking this opportunity to appeal to the law enforcement to assist our communities to deal with this highly organized crime. Crime will be the thing of the past if confronted head on, and it starts with all of us who are in the front line. Thus, in conclusion, I would like to continue to fight against crime. And finally, I would like to thank everyone in the municipality, in the province, in South Africa, who after hearing of our kidnapping and disappearance, they have shared our pictures, they have prayed continuously for our safe return. We are here because of all your efforts, and we really appreciate the well wishes and the love you have shown to my family and you have shown to us during these difficult times. You really showed us that we are not alone, and we felt the love and care. And a special thanks to my family, particularly my husband. I know it was quite hard for him to really deal with this matter. My friends who came in and really assisted my family to try and find us. I also like to thank the private investigators who have assisted my family to try and trace us for us to be found. My Bishop Umsiza, my church, and all pastors and churches that have consistently prayed for us. We did not know that South Africa loves us this much until we disappeared and we heard that everyone was just praying for our return. For that, we are saying to God be the glory. Thank you.
Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, MM, for the rendition. And we have noted the issues that you had to endure. We are taking questions, colleagues. The first round of questions, we are going to take 5 hands, and I will request that you state your name and the media house that you come from. May I see the hands? So we start from that side, my brother. 2, 3, 4. Is there any other hand at the back?